Here. Hey, look, it's Sunday Eats and Treats, and it is me and Jessica today. So, welcome to our wonderful event, and always glad to have you guys join us. Judy is in Denver still with Kaylani at the Classic Colorado Volleyball Competition. The girls actually did awesome. So 100 courts, and they took 9th place. So kudos, whoop whoop, to Idaho Crush 16s. So great job, ladies. They went completely undefeated on Saturday, lost one match on Friday, and then didn't quite go a little as far as they'd hoped. But man, top 10, that's awesome. Congratulations, ladies. So today, excuse me, we had a debate, or I tossed up there whether we should have the strawberry lemonade sorbet or if we should have Pollo Azado. And Jessica said Pollo Azado because I want to eat something. So she's my helper today. So let me reach over there real quick. So anyway, she's going to join me and help me. And it is super, super easy. So what we're going to do is we're going to mix all the ingredients together. Have her start talking, cooking, while I start talking to you about motivation and accountability. What are you looking at? Why don't you join me in the conversation? So anyway, we love your pretty smile. All right, so Jessica, so what we're going to do is we're going to make, so what I did was, actually Judy's texting me, so she says I can actually hop on if I can, so hopefully Judy will be able to join us remotely, so we will keep a log out for her to see if she joins us. So anyway, so let's take a look at what we got today. So I actually, what do I call this? I de-thawed about 10 chicken tenderloins, 10, 12 chicken tenderloins. And the reason why I made so many is because I want to have lunch for tomorrow. So thinking ahead. And what we have is we have 1 cup of olive oil. And then we're going to add the olive oil into our thing. And then just give me, then we got 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. 2 tablespoons of lime juice. And, oh, see, she's already, just like, I got somebody that got to keep me on my toes. And then we have a teaspoon of salt and of pepper. So let me see. I'm going to bounce off real quick. Jess is going to come over here and she's going to put her smiley face in there. I'm going to see if Judy is with joining us. See if I can add her to our conversation. So give me 1 sec while I check on that. So let's go. Let's see. Let's go. Let me refresh this baby. Okay, sorry. So anyway, what we're gonna, oh, looks like I can get her to join. So let me see if I can figure out how to get her to join. So, all right, hi sweetheart. Let's see. Bring Judy on camera. All right, let's see if you are in. All right, and what looks like we're adding Judy. All right, let's see. All right, so anyway, while we're waiting for Judy to join us, because I told it to add her, so looks like, hey, how are you?
Hi. I just had to find a spot that was like quiet in an airport. Hey, Jess.
In an airport?
Yep, just got here.
So talk to us about Denver.
Oh.
Actually, before you do that, we're going to finish the Pollo Azado. So
Yeah,
we're going to add the last ingredients, 2 last ingredients. So we're adding a teaspoon of pepper and a teaspoon of salt. Go ahead and throw that in there. And then I got 1 medium onion that we're going to throw in there. And I may need to get a bigger pot is what I'm thinking. And then we're going to throw our chickens in there. Now, don't dump it because it's got some of the thawed stuff. Oh, sorry. She's tripping over my feet. So we're going to throw all that in there. And then I'm going to have Jessica start cooking it behind me while we talk about Denver and your experience this weekend. So, all right, Jess, let's take that. All right, take that over there behind us and we'll fire it up. And you want to get a lid and cover that up. Yeah, so we're going to get that heated on about level 6, 5 or 6 to get it nice and going. So, so Judy, tell us about the Idaho Crush.
It was really great. They did a great job. Yeah, it was gosh, I don't know, whirlwind of tournament stuff. They did really well. The 16s crushed it. First day, they won 2 of their matches out of 3. And then the second day, they won all 3 matches. Then they had to play a crossover, a playoff, basically, because they tied with somebody. And so they played that and won that. And so that was, 2 days. And so they put them in the gold bracket. And then we played today. And then our first match, we lost. And so then after they lost that, then it was single elimination. Sorry, it's going to be noisy. It's in the airport. So it was single elimination.
No, that's great.
And then they took 9th. Basically, they tied for 9th. Can you hear me? I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, we're hearing you great.
Okay, because
so.
like all this outside. Anyways, they took 9th, and it was really because they were actually out of 128 teams, they took 9th. So very good. They did really well.
That's awesome.
Weekend for them all, and we're just now sitting at the airport. So it's good.
That's super awesome. So you're starting to break up a little bit. So, but anyway, so that's just phenomenal. It's great. What I love, one of the fun things for me being here in Boise is there's a great little app that I was able to follow the scores on.
Okay.
And so that was a lot of fun to kind of remotely stay up to date on what's happening. So Jessica, get a wood spoon and spin those around a bit. So I'm going to have Jessica mix the onions and the chicken a bit. Yep, that's perfect. So
Jessica's doing great.
So yeah.
Jessica's doing great.
Yeah, she's doing really great. So she's my sous chef. So let's actually turn that up a little bit, and then if we need to, yeah, just cover it. It needs some more cooking.
Good.
So we may have to come back for a round 2 for the taste testing, but it'll take about 20 minutes to make. And then I've already started some rice, and I wanted to have a little bit of a Mexican flavor because what we're going to do is we're going to fry up very lightly some corn tortillas and have some Spanish rice going. What I do is when I make the rice, I throw a little bit of salsa in there to give it a little bit of kick, and then we'll garnish it with some lettuce and cheese and some tomatoes. So that's going to be our dinner for tonight. So,
sounds great. Sounds great.
Yeah. So I even made enough for you for tonight when you get in, or for lunch tomorrow. So this morning, about 6 o'clock, I was laying in my bed, and my brain was just going and thinking about motivation and dedication and determination. And one of the things that just kept spinning through my head was where we spend our time. And what I did was, I was like, you know what? If I look at my Facebook photos, so I opened up my Facebook app, and I actually looked up Judy's Facebook Choose Don't Excuse app, and I just selected photos, and I started flipping through the photos. And what was interesting was I started to see a trend of where we spend our time, what's important to us, what we value. And the things that I saw were family, church, so going to the temple. I saw a lot of kid activities and family activities, boat activities, a lot of fitness. And I started seeing a trend. I'm like, wow, where we spend our time is really, really valuable to us. And I think, when I look at motivation, and a lot of people say, well, you know what, I started on this trend and I just don't have time to do it. Well, it's not that you didn't have time to do it. You just didn't make time for it. And you're always catching me on that. Well, a lot of times I'll say, well, I didn't have time for that. And you go, well, no, you didn't make time for that. And it made me, scrolling through my Instagram and scrolling through my Facebook and scrolling through your Facebook made me realize where we spend our time. And I'm like, wow, do I like where I'm spending my time? Is that important to me, or do I need to reprioritize my time in some aspects of my life? And I thought that was a really telling thing as I was looking at it, going, wow, am I staying committed to some of the things that I said I was at the beginning of the year, like staying fit, working towards my goal in November of the Idaho Cup, and I could see trends that I was on track, 3 months later. So that was just kind of like a little epiphany aha to me was, you know what? Where I spend my time is what I value.
Yeah.
So I see you looking at me. You have anything you want to add?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I don't know. So, uh, I no, I mean, I think that's really what's the important part of when we talk about motivation and when you're spending time with those. I think I don't know. I mean, I think we were going to talk about accountability. What we were going to talk about, wasn't that it?
Yeah, and that was one of the things that I wanted. That actually, thank you for bringing that up, because that was one of the things that I thought about too. Was that a lot of times we say that we don't have time, but one of the keys maybe to making sure that we accomplish our goals is having an accountability partner. And I thought about, I see April Dietrich and Amy Asprey every morning when I leave for work. They're out walking together, so they have somebody that holds them accountable. They meet together, and I'm sure they love the time together walking, but they have somebody that's going to go, hey, are you meeting me today to walk? And just like you, sometimes I come home and you're like, are we going to go work out? And yeah, we're like, either one of us is going to say, yeah, we're going to work out, right? So we hold each other accountable to make sure that we're accomplishing the tasks that we said that we're going to do.
Yeah, no, and I think what's important too, along with the thought about accountability, is like you can be accountable without having a partner. Like if you don't have somebody, so that's a great idea to do that. But one of the things you can do is just, I think, even if you profess that and state it out there, that even on social media, that hey, I'm going to be doing this, and somebody will ask you about it, and that helps as well. But one of the biggest things that I find really important about staying motivated is to make sure you surround yourself with those people that are of the like mind, or of the same kind of goals, same type of things that you like to do, they're going to do too, or that they already are doing. And you want to surround yourself with those type of people because they'll continue to motivate you. That's just and I think that's why you we're talking about the things that how you spend your time. That really, it comes back full circle with how you spend your time. So if you say like, hey, I want to I don't know, want to be more business minded, or into financial planning, or want to do something with stocks, and but you're spending your time doing things like going hiking and biking, which are all wonderful things, but there's nothing out there about finance, then you might want to re-look at that and say, where am I spending time with that? Where can I spend my time with that? Am I spending my time with that? And if that's really my goal, is to really look and learn the stock market, or learn how to where am I at? Sorry, it's been a long day. But anyway, what I'm saying, if that's where you want to spend if that's what you want to do, then you should see a lot of your time, or some of your time, focus there. Pretty much what I'm saying.
No, I think that's great. Now, one of the things that you made me think about when you were talking was you don't need to have an accountability partner. And one of the things that I noticed yesterday when I was actually in the gym going to work out was there was a gentleman there that he actually had a book, and it was about this thick and just kind of like a journal book. And every time he did a rep, he wrote it down. And he was like 3/4 of the way through it. And I asked him, I said, wow, do you record every one of your workouts? He goes, yes, I have every workout that I've ever done for the past 5 years. And so he goes, I'm, with me recording it, I'm holding myself accountable, and I can also see the progress that I've made. And also, one of the things that's surprising is I can also see where I stagnate. And I'm like, oh, I hadn't really thought about that. Because I think a lot of times when we're recording, we think that we're just going to continually grow. And sometimes we actually what I find is that we peak and we valley, and then sometimes we just kind of stay steady and don't really have any progress. And then if we have that personal accountability where we can go and look at it and go, oh, you know what? I've slid back and I need to get back on track, or I'm doing great. Let's keep moving forward. So.
Oh, that's really good, actually. That you made me think of one of my clients who keeps a daily journal. She does that. She has a daily journal, and she keeps all her workouts, everything she needs. It's all in this one journal. I mean, there's wonderful apps for that. You don't actually have to have a journal if you don't want to, but that's a great point. And so if you don't have somebody that you want to be accountable to, then really you're accountable to yourself, which is ultimately true. I mean, you are really the only person that, you know, matters, and you have to count for yourself. And that's actually good self-motivation. That's some definite willpower there too. So that's great. Good ideas.
Yeah, and you know, it's kind of funny because I haven't really thought about this, but I actually have those little composition books that I keep for business. And so even though I do a lot digitally, I use Evernote to take notes and stuff. I actually have composition books for the past 5, 6, 7 years that I can go back and I can look at notes that I hand wrote about a customer. And it's a nice visual thing that I go, oh, I haven't talked to that customer in a long time, or, oh, I wonder how they did on their project, because maybe they didn't choose us as our company. And so I'll reach out to them. And in fact, I reached out to a guy on Friday and said, hey, you know, a couple years ago, we talked about implementing a mobile solution into your business. And he goes, you know what? We're ready to have a conversation. Send me his personal cell phone again, because I reached out via LinkedIn. And we're going to have a conversation this week. And it was all because I went through some past notes that I hadn't visited in a long time, looking for some opportunities that maybe I'd missed, or maybe just the time at that time wasn't right for them. And so I'm like, you know what? I kept that, and it enabled me to follow up on an opportunity that otherwise I would have forgotten about. So.
Right. Oh, good. That's great.
Yeah. So while we got you, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the camera real quick, and we're going to take a sneak peek at how the Pollo Azado is doing, and see what Jessica's up to. So I'm going to move the camera here. So watch. So hopefully I can keep things on point here. So, all right, Jessica,
Yep.
let's take a look at the stuffs. So there's our Pollo Azado.
That looks delicious.
There you go. All right, so we're probably, so go ahead and cover that. So I'm going to move back over here. There you go. All right, so we're probably about 15 minutes away, so we will come back for the taste testing. It smells awesome. I debated whether or not to add some diced chilies, but I decided to keep the recipe as it recommended. But I almost threw in some diced chilies, but that's okay. So.
What does Jessica have to say? Does she have anything to say? Hey, Jess, I can't even see.
Do you have any awesome words of wisdom?
I can't see her. She's behind like the box.
She's like, move out of the way. It's my time.
That's right.
Motivation is good. And when I listen to my mom and dad do talks all the time with this video live thing, I like it because sometimes I go through a hard time and I listen to what they have to say and it helps me, and I like try to have motivation. And I had a motivation yesterday, 2 days ago, I don't remember, but I was looking on Instagram and I saw this girl who's a model.
That's right.
And I thought about I could do that in my life and stuff. So I motivated myself to contact her and ask her if she was interested or how she got her modeling thing, and if I could do the same thing, because I want to be a model one day. So that's what I did, and I motivated myself to be a model.
And did she respond to you?
Yeah, she responded to me, and she's gonna talk to me in a week and try to help me through it.
That's awesome.
So that's pretty good.
Good for you. Yeah,
Yeah, that's great.
I haven't been home for a
Go
few
ahead,
days,
sweetheart. Go ahead.
I haven't been home for a few days, so I didn't realize that part. I knew that I gave you a number, so that's great, Jessica. Good for you for, taking the initiative and saying, hey, this is what I want to do, and I'm not going to sit on my butt think that it's just going to happen. I'm going to actually do something about it. And that's really where it starts. It really starts with, I have a desire. I want to do it. I'm going to find out ways to get to it. And you did. And now you're on the right track. That's awesome, honey. Proud of you. Good job.
Yeah. It's been a lot of fun watching her. So to have the conversations with the young lady, she actually said, hey, reach out to me on Instagram and follow me. And she's been followed back. And so they're starting a nice conversation, huh?
Great.
So,
oh, good.
Yeah, I think that's an important thing, because it doesn't matter what age you are or what stage in life you are. There are a lot of things to get excited about, to get motivated about. Some can be on a personal level with a dream, or it can be, something for business, or, something you just want to improve in yourself. But it all starts with making a decision and getting motivated to act on that decision, and setting up the discipline and the dedication to get it done, and then making sure that you're putting things in place to hold yourself accountable.
Right.
So.
Right. Yep. Basically it. You got to have a plan.
So,
Plan.
Yeah,
Good.
so what we'll do is we're going to finish the Pollo Azado. It's almost done. Our house smells so good right now. We'll come back in about 10-15 minutes, and Jessica said, can I be the taste tester? Can I be the official Sunday Eats and Treats taste tester? I said, absolutely. So we'll come back in about 15 minutes and see if this is a keeper.
Oh, Jess, you can always be the taste tester, honey, anytime. So, all right. We'll see you guys later then.
All right. All right. Talk to you in a few. See ya.
All right. Bye.
All right, guys. Hello. We're back. And Jessica's ready to be the taste tester. So Jessica's actually got her plate already. So that is a look at the Pollo Azado. I got to tell you, I did forget one ingredient. Believe it or not. Seems like that's been a trend lately. But I forgot 2 oranges. So basically what I did was I took 2 oranges and cut it open and squeeze all the juice into it to add that to our recipe. So remember, it's 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 2 tablespoons lime juice, teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of pepper, and 2 oranges squeezed in there so you get that nice fresh flavor, and a 1/4 cup of olive oil. Super, super easy. So Jess, do you want to try it? Or do I get the first bite? You see her throw the elbow? Alright, so you have to let us know if it's a keeper. So, what? And she's like, I don't want to talk, I'm chewing. Is it good? Ha ha! Thumbs up, baby! Thank you to Jess for being my awesome sous chef. She's been helping me get prepared and helping stir everything. So anyway, thank you guys for joining us. Judy and Kaylani and the rest of the team, you guys have safe travels back. Congratulations again on a top 9 place. That's awesome. Top 10, baby. Great job. Really proud of you guys. And I know you guys left it all on the court. Great job. And look forward to seeing you guys tonight. And you guys, what we'll do is for next Sunday, we will make the strawberry lemonade sorbet actually I think we have more people do, but the kids at the home wanting to have some dinner, they won the vote. So anyway, you guys have a great day. Thanks as always for joining us for Sunday Eats and Treats. Remember, it all starts with a choice, so choose, don't excuse. Figure out what you want to do, set a goal, and get motivated, get dedicated, get determined, and stay with it, because really consistency is the key, and find a way to keep yourself accountable so that you can get it done. You guys have a great day, and thanks for joining us on Sunday Eats and Treats. Thanks, Jess. Say see ya. You're not quite in the middle. They can't even see you. You guys have a great day. See ya.